At some point you realize no one is coming. No motivation, no perfect timing, no sudden version of you that fixes everything overnight. That idea you keep waiting for. That moment where everything clicks and life suddenly changes. It never shows up the way you expect it to. And slowly, you start to understand that maybe it was never supposed to. You wake up and everything feels normal. Nothing is wrong, nothing is broken, but nothing is changing either. You scroll for a bit without thinking. You open apps without intention. You sit there like you are about to start something, but you don't. And then time passes in a way you don't even notice. That is the strange part. Nothing dramatic happens, yet the day still disappears. And at the end of it, you feel that familiar thought again. Tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow I will lock in. Tomorrow I will focus. Tomorrow I will become the version of myself I keep imagining. But tomorrow arrives and it feels exactly the same. Not worse, not better, just repeated. And this is where most people get stuck without realizing it. Not because they don't know what they want, not because they don't have goals or plans or ideas, but because knowing is not the same as doing. You already know what you should be doing. You already know what is wasting your time. You already know what habits are pulling you backwards, but knowing does not move your hands. Knowing does not make you start, so you stay in this strange middle place, a place where you are aware, but not active, where you understand everything, but change nothing. And over time that creates a quiet frustration. Not loud anger, not dramatic breakdowns, just a constant feeling that something is off. Then you start turning on yourself. You start labeling it. Maybe I am lazy. Maybe I lack discipline. Maybe I am not built for this. Maybe other people just have something I don't. And once those thoughts start repeating, they begin to feel like truth. But they are not truth. They are just explanations your mind creates to avoid facing something simpler. Because the truth is not that you cannot change. The truth is that you are not consistent. And inconsistency is not a personality trait. It is a pattern, and patterns can be broken. You have already seen proof of that in your own life. There were moments where you were focused. Moments where you actually got things done without overthinking. Moments where everything felt clear and simple and you just moved. No debate, no delay, just action. So the ability is already there. It is not missing. It is just not stable. And that instability is what pulls you back into the loop. You try, you stop, you restart, you fall off again. And every time you restart, it feels harder than before because you carry the memory of all the times you stopped. So even starting again feels heavier than it should. But there is something important you need to understand about that cycle. It is not a sign that you are failing. Lock in.